Today we're unlocking the life of Thomas Jefferson, a man of contradictions, brilliance, and complexity. The third President of the United States, author of the Declaration of Independence, and founder of the University of Virginia, Jefferson was a true Renaissance figure. Yet his legacy is also filled with controversies that continue to spark debate today. In this episode, we'll uncover 10 fascinating facts about Thomas Jefferson you might not know. Fact 1. The Declaration of Independence was his masterpiece, but not his favorite work. Thomas Jefferson drafted the Declaration in 1776 at just 33 years old. While it became one of the most important documents in world history, Jefferson later said he thought of it as an expression of the American mind, not his personal triumph. Ironically, he considered the founding of the University of Virginia and writing Virginia's Statute for religious freedom to be among his greatest achievements. Fact 2. He was a passionate book collector. Jefferson's personal library at Monticello grew to over 6,000 volumes. After the British burned the Library of Congress in 1814, Jefferson offered his collection to replace it. That sale created the foundation of the Library of Congress we know today. He once wrote, "I cannot live without books." Fact 3. Jefferson was a skilled architect. He designed Monticello, his famous home in Virginia, as well as the original campus of the University of Virginia. Jefferson believed architecture was a way to shape a nation's identity, and his buildings reflected Enlightenment ideals of balance and reason. Fact 4. He doubled the size of the United States. As president, Jefferson authorized the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, acquiring 828,000 square miles of land from France. This decision doubled the size of the U.S. and laid the groundwork for westward expansion, even though Jefferson wrestled with whether he had the constitutional authority to do it. Fact 5. He had a complicated relationship with slavery. Jefferson wrote eloquently about liberty and equality, yet he enslaved more than 600 people in his lifetime. He publicly called slavery a moral depravity, but privately profited from it. His relationship with Sally Hemings, an enslaved woman at Monticello, remains one of the most debated and controversial parts of his legacy. Fact 6. He was America's first Secretary of State. Before becoming president, Jefferson served as the nation's first Secretary of State under George Washington. He often clashed with Alexander Hamilton, the Secretary of the Treasury, over the direction of the young republic. Jefferson favoring an agrarian democracy, Hamilton favoring industry and strong central government. Their rivalry shaped America's first political parties. Fact 7. Jefferson was a scientist at heart. He was fascinated by agriculture, botany, and paleontology. Jefferson studied fossils of giant animals and believed mammoths still roamed the unexplored parts of North America. His curiosity made him an early supporter of the Lewis and Clark expedition, which he launched to map and study the Louisiana Territory. Fact 8. He lived in constant debt. Despite his fame, Jefferson was plagued by financial troubles. He inherited debt from his family, spent lavishly on books, wine, and building projects, and relied on enslaved labor to sustain Monticello. By the time of his death, he owed over $100,000, a crushing sum in the early 1800s. Fact 9. Jefferson and John Adams died on the same day. In one of history's strangest coincidences, both Thomas Jefferson and John Adams died on July 4, 1826. Exactly 50 years after the Declaration of Independence was adopted. Jefferson's final words were reported as, "Is it the 4th?" His death on Independence Day sealed his place in American legend. Fact 10. His face is everywhere. Jefferson's likeness has appeared on the $2 bill, the nickel, and at Mount Rushmore. Yet his legacy remains hotly debated. Some view him as a visionary founding father, others as a symbol of America's contradictions. What's undeniable is that his life shaped the course of the nation. Thomas Jefferson was a man of brilliance and contradictions. a writer of freedom who lived with inequality, a visionary leader burdened by debt, a president who doubled the nation's size yet left it deeply divided. By examining both his achievements and his flaws, we better understand not only Jefferson, but the complexity of America's founding. If you enjoyed this video and want to unlock more moments from history, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Era Unlocked, and tap the bell so you never miss a new story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next era.